Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today I am building a new lot for a new family in Willow Creek as part of my Sims 2 rebuild. Let's get into it. So my original idea for this lot was to do kind of a smaller trailer park, but I couldn't really get them to look how I wanted. So instead I decided to do two regular houses, but I'll only have one that's like fully furnished. The other one will be kind of bare bones. It'll have a kitchen and bathroom fixtures, but it won't be completely furnished. That way, if you want to download it, one will be ready to play in right away. The other one you can kind of build how you'd like. But yeah, I wanted to do something a little bit different with this lot. This is the lot that normally has the BFF household on it, but I did move them across the street in another video. So if you didn't see that one, I'll link it down below if you want to take a look. But yeah, so this will be for a new family that I've created, the Kruses. It's just a couple with a dog and a cat. So I do use quite a bit of cats and dogs in this one. I also limited the number of packs that I used in this build, so hopefully more people will be able to download it, since I won't have every single pack like I usually use. So I believe I used cats and dogs. I want to say maybe Parenthood and one other one. But yeah, so I tried to limit myself, and then obviously, of course, the base game. But yeah, I keep the floor plan pretty simple. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. The kitchen, living, dining area is kind of all one big open floor plan. And I think it turned out pretty well. The family that I created for this, which I'll also put on the gallery if you want to download them, move them into this house. They are an adult couple. I imagine that they like to travel, so there are influences of that. And yeah, they don't have kids. They decided to just have pets instead, so they've got a dog and a cat. The dog's name is Tom, so Tom Cruise, because I'm incredibly clever. And a cat named Cajun, since they live in Willow Creek, which is kind of based on Louisiana. But yeah, here I just kind of copied the house, so they're the exact same house, just mirrored versions of each other, and then just put fences around them to kind of give them some separation. Yeah, I really like the exterior colors that I picked, the kind of that green and then the red for the other one. I thought those looked really nice. And moving inside here, I do almost use that eco lifestyle flooring that I use in every build, but I decided not to use that pack for this build, so I do use Parenthood as one of them, just because I really love the kitchen counters that came with that pack. Though it's a little bit ironic, since this family doesn't have any kids. They aren't parents, other than I guess they're like animal parents, like any good millennial. So yeah. So I'm just putting in the kitchen cabinets here, and one thing that I've noticed is that by default the cabinets are either really low or really high on the wall. So I always have to turn on quarter tile placement, and then it'll put them at a height that I think is more natural. So that's, one suggestion if you think your cabinets are at kind of a weird height, is using quarter tile placement, which I believe is Control F5 to turn that on. But that's super useful. It seems to work on both the floor and the walls for placing items, so that is very useful. And then I just did a couple of open shelves on the end here, rather than using another cabinet, which I think kind of opened that up a little bit, rather than having a big cabinet right over the island, or the peninsula, I guess. So I thought that worked out well. And then just using the tool mod to kind of adjust those. And then I'll move into the living room here in a second, and I'll also swap up the floors a bit here in a second. The gray just wasn't looking quite how I liked, so I use, I guess, a more natural wood tone, and then I'll also do a tile floor in the kitchen, and then do the angled placement there. And then I like to use a column whenever I have these kind of, I guess, changes in wallpaper on the same wall. And then I was trying to do and then I was messing around with doing spandrels between the kitchen and the living room, but I didn't really like how it looked, so I just stick to the columns. I think that kind of denotes that separation there, and that maybe, you know, at one point that was a separate room, and then they knocked down the wall. So yeah, so here in the living room, using mostly base game furniture, I think. Well, I apologize for the wardrobe change. I had something come up in the middle of filming, so I had to leave, and now it's the next day. So sorry for the continuity error here. But yeah, just working on the dining space here, using that base game rug that I really like that rug. I use it quite a bit. I'm just using the tool mod to resize it a bit. And I start with I struggle a little bit here to find some chairs, but I end up going with the ones from Cats and Dogs. I think those end up fitting in here pretty nicely. And yeah, just kind of, I also add in a desk area here in a minute, kind of fill up this space a little bit. Since there isn't, well, I guess I could have used the second bedroom as an office, but I ended up using that more as like a guest room, so, which maybe isn't super useful in this game, but I thought that made a lot of sense. Also, I have the windows open because it's really nice out today, but hopefully the audio is okay. I guess I'll find out when I go to edit everything. But yeah, and like I said in my last video, I was job hunting. That's mainly why I was gone for so long. But yeah, I got a new job at a new place, actually in a different state. So I'm also moving soon. That's why I'm kind of trying to pre-record some of these videos, so there's at least, you know, some content while I'm gone. But yeah, I hate packing, and I am really not looking forward to it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna play some Sims here, and we're just gonna pretend that I don't have to do that. I'm kind of avoiding packing right now, but yeah, just filling up the living room here. Added in some bookshelves. I like those ones from Parenthood on either side of the fireplace, kind of to act as like built-ins. I thought that worked out pretty well. And yeah, just kind of adding in some other clutter here. And then I'll move on to the bedrooms and the bathroom. Do kind of a pretty standard bathroom. Just trying to get everything to fit in this weird sized room. End up just kind of bumping it out to fit in that shower tub combo. I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I would really love more of those shower tub combos. I feel like those are really the most common types of bathtubs, just like in the real world. So it'd be really great to have some more options for that, because it's really the only one other than that really like old style option that they have in the game. But yeah, so here in the, I guess, primary bedroom, or like the actual bedroom that they'll be in, I do kind of a mix of different types of furnishings. I was trying to just fit in a whole bunch of different dressers and tables and things like that to make this room a bit more, I guess, cluttered. I was going to use carpet, but I ended up just doing wood floors kind of throughout with a rug. I thought that looked a little bit nicer. And just trying to figure out which colors to use. I use more of those paintings from Cats and Dogs. Love those paintings. And then adding some clutter over here, kind of like a his and her setup with her side with like the white dresser and his with the green ones. So yeah, just trying to fill up the space and make it look a little bit lived in, I guess. And like I mentioned in the last video, I was also on vacation during, you know, that gap of not having any new videos. But I went to Universal with a good friend of mine, and that was actually the first time I've been to Universal, so it was a lot of fun, a lot of walking. I think my feet are still sore from all of the walking, but it was really good. I would say if you haven't been, definitely recommend, but I might encourage you to get the fast passes. We didn't, and it was okay. We still got to ride everything, but it would have been nice to not wait in a bunch of lines. Though I will say it felt like we kind of cheated the system on one of the rides, because they had a single riders line. We basically just walked all the way to the front, and then they didn't have any groups where only one more person would normally go in with them. So they let both of us go at the same time, so that was pretty cool. So I imagine that's kind of what the Express Pass would feel like, just using that all the time. But yeah, here in this other bedroom, I just kind of did it as a guest bedroom. I'm not really sure who their guests would be, because I didn't really make them any family members, but you know, maybe they have friends from out of town who would want to come and stay with them. So I just did kind of a standard bedroom in there. And then moving to the backyard here, I do kind of you know, a patio area with some seating, and then I'll also build them a small greenhouse with some different plants. I imagine the husband is really into gardening and plants, things like that. So maybe he spends a lot of time out there. And yeah, I really like how this backyard area turns out. I do, you know, a ton of landscaping as usual. But I think the greenhouse is a kind of a cool touch out here. I think this would be a really, you know, cool space to spend time in, and I think it works out pretty nicely. I believe I put in a flower arranging table here in a minute as well, but try to keep it you know, kind of basic, just this I don't even know, like wood siding. I don't know if you heard it, but there's some birds squawking outside of my window, so I was trying to shoo it away. It's so loud. But yeah, just adding in some kind of random decorations around here. I love those aprons that they added to the base game. Those are really great, so I had to add those to the kitchen. But yeah, just adding in some flower pots here. I imagine maybe they make wreaths. So here's, you know, maybe some options that they have for different seasons. And yeah, just using some terrain paint to kind of connect the greenhouse with the patio area, and then adding in some landscaping, some trees and shrubs and whatnot. And this is the first time that I've ever really, you know, kind of redone an entire neighborhood. So I'm really liking how it's turning out with all of the different houses, you know, that I've either like remodeled or built in this area. It's really starting to fill up nicely, and I think it, you know, looks a bit nicer than the the standard ones that come with the game. Not to toot my own horn too much, but yeah, I'm really excited with how this is all kind of shaping up, especially when I go to the world view and see all of the new lots that I've kind of redone. And how close I am to being finished, I guess. But yeah, I'm really excited to kind of wrap it up, and I mean, it'll probably be, you know, several weeks before that happens, but yeah, I'm still debating which world I want to do next, because I want to rebuild Strange Town from The Sims 2 and Veronaville for sure. And I'm still debating if I want to do Strange Town in Strangerville, but I don't know, because Strangerville's, you know, not part of the base game, so you'd like have to have Strangerville in order to make it look right. So I don't know, I might rebuild Strangetown in Oasis Springs. But yeah, we'll see. If you have any thoughts, any preferences, let me know for sure. And then I'll probably just do Veronaville in I don't know, Newcrest. It doesn't seem like it really fit. I guess I was thinking Windenburg, but I guess that's also, you know, you'd need an expansion, like the get together expansion in order to, I guess, make it look the same as what I would do. But I don't know. I mean, it would definitely fit in there. It's kind of the same style, those like Tudor style houses. But yeah, if you have any thoughts, let me know for sure. But yeah, just kind of doing some more landscaping here. I kind of went a little overboard with plants and terrain paint and everything, but I imagine this couple really enjoys gardening, being outside. So, you know, maybe it's kind of their pride and joy is all of their landscaping that they've done themselves. And then the next video that I've got coming out, I'm going to be recreating a house from The Sims 2 that is unoccupied. It's just, you know, an available option that you can place the house on one of the lots. So that'll actually be next door to this one. And I'm not entirely sure if it really fits into this area, but you know, I really wanted to create some of the, I guess, kind of those houses that aren't really in the world, but they're available, and put them in Willow Creek here. But you'll have to let me know what you think of it. You know, it is a one-story house, so I think, you know, that part fits in. The style's a little bit different from these other ones, but hopefully it looks okay and not too jarring, I guess. But yeah, I'm kind of wrapping up on this one here. Really just kind of finishing up with with a bunch of terrain paint, and I can't remember if I've already done the other houses, like kitchen and stuff. I guess we'll find out. But I was just trying to make this kind of back area a little bit, I guess, less manicured, since, you know, no one's really back here between the fence and the house. So that's why I added a bit more terrain paint back there. Yeah, and then adding in, you know, a little bit of seating on the front porch here. I'm sure they enjoy kind of sitting out there with their coffee maybe in the morning, saying hi to the neighbors as they walk by and whatnot. So I thought that was important to have in here. And I also wanted to add in some really colorful pieces, you know, maybe that they got from their travels and whatnot. And then you'll see the family a bit in the screenshots at the end. I just moved them in and used them to kind of play test the house to make sure everything was working okay. But yeah, I think I really like this couple. I think they're kind of a cool family. Sorry if you could hear the trash compactor going off. I guess that's the risk of having my windows open, but that's one thing I won't miss about this apartment, is that it's right next to the property's trash compactor. Super annoying, super loud. So yeah, hopefully you didn't hear that too much. I tried to cut it off, but yeah, so sorry this whole video is so chaotic. I'm just finishing up the lighting now for the property, using those kind of older style lights. I think those are kind of appropriate for this style of house. All of these houses in this area, I imagine, are, you know, kind of older. Maybe they've been, you know, renovated a little bit, but still a lot of the kind of older style lighting and whatnot. So I think those work pretty well here. And yeah, just kind of wrapping up, and yeah, I'll have that other video out next week. So you have to let me know what you think, if it kind of fits into this area or not. But yeah, if you liked the video, please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll leave you with a little bit more lighting, I guess, here. This is taking quite a while. And then some screenshots and some kind of final details. So yeah, thank you for watching, and have a great day.